welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We've got some Mary Kay on deck today, and it is our favorite newscaster. We're gonna get right the f into it, but first, we need the disclaimer.
I feel like blessing my ride today. I know how much she like rolling.
If you are new here, this is a frequent flyer here on my channel. She's one of our favorite Mary Kay top leaders, and I mean that with the most sincerity. She used to be a newscaster, and she's just really fun to watch, but I also like to point out the problematic shit that she's spewing. Love her, though. Not to say she's a bad person whatsoever. Anyway, if you're not familiar with Mary Kay, come out from underneath the rock, Patrick.
Good morning, SpongeBob!
They are a cosmetic company that is also a multi-level marketing company, also known as an MLM, pyramid scheme, network marketing company, social selling company. All of those things are what people refer to these types of companies as. And that is because they rely on recruitment to keep their businesses afloat. Now, with all of that said, we're getting into this.
I was privileged today to train on National Sales Director Kristen Sharp's nationwide director call about Spring Fling strategy. We're so excited about Spring Fling.
The Spring Fling Queen is always pretty.
I think you all know this, but it is coming up on April the 6th. I'm going to show you the graphic. This is what it looks like. It's just $14 to register. All of that goes toward prizes. This is a nationwide virtual event. It's not a Zoom. You will not be on camera. So even if you're out of town, if you're on vacation, if your guests are on vacation, anyone can watch. It's just like watching a TV show. You could watch from a pool, a hot tub, a tropical island, or your couch. You could have your bathrobe on. No one will know. But this is a chance for you to do three big things: book, sell, and build your team. And so I'm going to go into a little bit of detail tonight to get you excited about the stories that we're going to share. I hope these will make you think of people you want to invite. I'm going to tell you what the booking bonus is so you know why your customers will be so excited to book with you that night. Now, don't tell any of your customers what these stories are or what the booking bonus is or what, speakers are talking, who the people are. Don't tell them that. I'm telling you this so you get even more excited.
Oh, that's a lot all at once to unpack. Oh, wow. First of all, I want to acknowledge the fact that she did take the first 10 to 15 minutes of this training call to actually talk about the product. And I will say she does that frequently, and that is what these leaders should be doing. So I applaud her for that. I did, for brevity, cut that part out because I'm not here to tell you what Mary Kay products are being discontinued, which is what she actually talked about. And again, that's cool, but didn't really add any context to the rest of the training. So I figured we'd just start at the meat and potatoes of the training, which was this. Okay, so Spring Fling, let's talk about it. I'm going to put the flyer up here on the screen. From what I understand, the Spring Fling event is sort of like an opportunity call, but the consultants and directors that decide to attend have to contribute financially. So they have to pay, according to this flyer, $10 to, quote, cover guests' prizes. So I guess at this event, you're allowed to bring your guests and they can win prizes and you can win prizes and all of these things happen. It's very strange. It's kind of disguised as some kind of fun event, but really it's a recruitment call from what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, if you know more, sound off in the comments. I will pin it to the top of this video.
I can put a pin in it right now.
First, congratulations to all 10 of you who are already registered. Our goal is to have 10 more women in our unit register. So you know who you are. If you have not registered yet, it is Sunday, April 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday, April 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 Central and 4 Pacific. It'll be live on YouTube. And when you pay your $14,
oh, theirs is $14.
You're going to get a confirmation email with all the scripts to use to invite people.
You get scripts. Copy paste scripts. Why are we still doing this? She was doing so good just talking about the products.
The graphics to use to invite people. You'll get email updates on the event. And then you're going to get a receipt showing you paid. So when you're stepping through and registering, fill out the form with your information and then be sure and step all the way through and pay for the event. And then make sure you let me know that you are registered and I will put you in a special group. I'm communicating not to our entire unit, kind of like what I said about the product that's going away. You don't need to tell your entire client base. I don't need to talk to our entire unit. about Spring Fling. I want to talk to those of you who are participating, engaged, and registered. I want that to be all of you. Okay. So let's talk first about what you'll see. If you're not familiar with these events, it's about a 30-minute TV show.
Exclusive Broadway rights to the worst show ever written.
You're going to see National Sales Director Kristen Sharp explaining how you and your guests can all win prizes, good prizes, luggage sets, Southwest Airlines gift cards, Marriott Hotel gift cards, all kinds of travel and vacation related prizes. There's a pool of prizes for consultants and a separate pool of prizes for guests. You're not competing against your guests to win. And the only thing you as a consultant have to do to be entered to win is register for the event.
Which costs money they don't have.
Just for registering, you're in the drawing. You do have to be watching live because if they put your name on the screen, they're going to tell you what email address to email.
It's a fucking trap. Spring Fling is a trap. Don't go to Spring Fling. If it's a MaryKay Spring Fling, run the other way. Avoid it at all costs.
I'll say, I won, and claim your prize. And your guests have to be watching live to win as well. Kristen will explain how the guest event will run. You'll hear from about 7 different speakers. And then 30 minutes into the event, we're going to take about a 15 or 20-minute break. And that is so your guests can shop with you. Your guests can book with you. Your guests can join your team. And then we will come back on screen live and do the giveaways. It's all told about 55 minutes. It might be a little shorter this time, which would be great, but it will be less than an hour. But just tell your guests, it'll be like watching a TV show. We'll take a little intermission and then we'll do the live prize giveaways. Okay. Every time we've done this, it's gotten better and better. I think the last one was the best one we've done, and this one will be even greater.
I want to go. Can I come? Somebody invite me.
Let me give you some ideas of the stories and the themes that we're going to share, because this is going to make you think of people. So as I'm telling you, I want you to think, oh, I know someone who's a teacher, or, oh, I know someone who's a military spouse, or, oh, I know someone who's moved a bunch of times and had to change jobs.
Why are you targeting those people? Teachers have enough to deal with. So do military families. Why are they they're always the easy target. Always. Leave them alone. They are trapped into so much shit. They don't need to be trapped into an MLM too.
All right. So one of the themes is hope. Without getting on my soapbox, I think what the world needs now.
More hope and soapboxes. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Is not love, sweet love, although we love love. What the world needs now is hope. And the first speaker is going to talk about how when she joined the company, that's what she needed, was hope for a different future. She was replicating a pattern that had been taught to her as a child of work, 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 no life balance. And she decided to make a powerful change because her father was diagnosed with a terminal illness, and she wanted to be able to be present with him and then present for her own children. It's going to be a powerful story and one we haven't told before. Then you're going to hear from a young lady who started her business as a college freshman at age 18 and has worked this business as a college student, worked it as a new career working woman just out of college on nights and weekends. Now it's her full-time job, and she is totally designing her life, but she started it at a very early age and is very, very successful. Married, no kids yet.
I feel like those are both lifestyle claims, and that is way against FTC guidelines. This is something that actually is reportable to the FTC because you cannot make lifestyle claims.
Then we are going to hear from a woman who has, wait for it, 10 children.
Immediately no.
10 children. Let's just all pause for a second and soak that in.
There's so many ways to avoid that. And I know there are religions that believe otherwise, and that could be the case here.
But 10 kids is too many kids.
10 fucking kids in this economy? Fuck that. I have 2 and I am up to here. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. We're all drowning. 10 kids? No.
10 children. They're in theater. They're in football. They're in basketball. She homeschools some of them. And she wanted a career. She wanted the best of both worlds, and MaryKay has allowed her to have that. Oh my goodness. Then we're going to hear from a woman who moved because of a long distance relationship. You know, this generation today, everyone's meeting everyone online and they don't always live in the same city. She's going to talk about how she has worked this business while she was a school teacher, also working a job at a pizza shop and looking for a third way to make money, and took on MaryKay. But it allowed her to pay for that long distance relationship to go and see her boyfriend. It allowed her to then move where he was stationed in the Coast Guard and be with him and make this her solo career. They moved twice during COVID, and they're getting ready to move again. And they have a 6-year-old daughter now. So that story is going to be powerful for teachers or anyone in any career where they love it, but they're just not making ends meet. They're not making enough money. It will be powerful for people perhaps who have a spouse who has a job, whether it's military or civilian, where they have to move. You know, maybe their husband's getting promoted within a company and they're bouncing around the country. This is going to show those women, are you thinking of people? Good. This is going to show those women that Mary Kay is a portable business that works wherever you are.
So is almost any other remote job you can find that has guaranteed pay, time off, benefits, anything like that. There are a lot of remote jobs out there. There's also the option to become a content creator. If you think that you're going to be successful in an MLM and you think you have a community, quote unquote, of people to sell to, start creating content that will entertain them. If you are able to, because that is a good way of making money, and you'll probably be more profitable doing that than you would be joining an MLM. Again, I'm not saying everybody can go out and create content, but if you're somebody like this individual who is very charismatic and is good on camera and is good at putting out content, talking to people, try a different route. Try content creation, because again, you're going to likely be, according to the statistics, more successful at that than you would be by joining a multi-level marketing company like Mary Kay.
Oh my goodness, the next story is so powerful. A woman who lost her home in a devastating fire. She's going to talk about the power of community. Community is a big theme in this event, that everyone needs community. I don't have to tell you that we live in a world that's more isolated than ever before because of COVID. And I don't care what generation you're from baby boomers all the way down to Generation Alpha and beyond. Everyone is more isolated than they've ever been before. And so she's going to talk about how, even though she had a college degree in engineering, it wasn't her engineering community, it was her Mary Kay family that surrounded her with love after she lost her home in that devastating fire. And she doesn't know what she would have done without the support of her Mary Kay community.
Okay, great, cool. But if that is a selling factor of somebody starting a quote unquote business, that is a red flag, because that is cult-like behavior. And here's what typically happens when you find this quote unquote community, as we just saw in a recent video that I just posted before this one. If you slow down with your business, or if you leave the business altogether, your community is going to start to dwindle away, your quote unquote community. Your Mary Kay sisters are not going to be as receptive to helping you if you are in trouble, but you're not any longer in Mary Kay or any MLM. That is typically what happens when you leave an MLM.
And I'm speaking from experience.
Who do you know that is desperate for more friends? Who do you know that thrives because they have so many friends? Who do you know that values the power of community? We have the theme of hope. We have the theme of flexibility. We have the theme of design your life. We have the theme of community. These are just a few of the stories that you are going to hear. You're going to hear from National Sales Director Kristen Sharp, Brittany Jenks, Bridget Shaw. We have different ethnicities. We have African American. We have Japanese American speakers. We have Caucasian speakers.
Why do we have to highlight that? I am here for diversity. I am not going to defend myself because I know who I am. I feel that making that known, like there's African American, Japanese American, this American, is that virtue signaling? I don't understand. Like if I'm walking into Walmart, they don't have signs on the window that says, we employ African Americans, Chinese Americans, Japanese Americans, the Jewish population, Hispanic Americans. Is it necessary to call attention to the ethnicity of the individuals that are going to be speaking at this spring fling? I can't wrap my head around why people have to do that all the time. And I'm not saying be colorblind, because I know that there's a difference between drawing attention for the wrong reasons and being colorblind. Being colorblind, I know that there is a problem with that, because you have to go through life being aware that different races and different ethnicities and different backgrounds all have different battles that they have to fight when it comes to prejudices and things like that. I'm not saying be colorblind. Be aware of those things. But drawing attention to it, to me, in my eyes, just draws attention to the fact that we're still way far behind in the fight against racism than we claim to be. And I don't know, maybe that's just me. I don't like to talk about that stuff a lot on my channel, because like I've said in the past, I can sometimes have a hard time putting my words together to make it sound like how I'm really feeling. But I guess I just don't understand. And I hope that's not my white privilege talking. Maybe if it is, fill me in the comments. Help a girl out, please. I don't understand why we have to draw attention to that if it's not pertinent to the reason they're even there speaking.
Have women who are in their 60s all the way down to women who are in their 20s. And this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful story that we have put together for you. I love being part of selecting the speakers and crafting the arc of the storytelling because that's the most important part, you guys. The story that we tell. This is not just, hey, look at this product, want to buy it? Hey, look at this product, want to buy it? Here's what our starter kit looks like. Want to join us? That's not what we're doing. This is a incredibly well-produced event. It takes so much time behind the scenes, you wouldn't even believe it. But we do all of this to serve you. So why should you register if you're not? Why should you be celebrating if you are? Because we're going to get you three things. Sales. We are going to be selling products that are easy for you to have in stock and easy for you to sell. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what they are because I want you to be able to get them on hand. And this is in no particular order, but one of the speakers is talking about the repair set. We're not showing the miracle set this time. We're showing the repair set. And we will be doing a doorbuster deal where for customers who purchase the full size repair set, they'll be able to get the go size repair set half price that night. With the purchase of the full size set, they can get the travel set because we're doing a spring break travel theme. Okay. Another speaker is going to be talking about our after sun replenishing gel and our new SPF 50 sunscreen. Whether you're traveling for spring break or doing a staycation or a vacation, everyone needs those two products. We're also very strategic with a variety of price points. The repair set is $215. The after sun and the SPF 50 are $50. We're also going to be doing a set that has our eye makeup remover and our new Great Heights mascara. You guys, that is such a no-brainer. Everybody loves those. And if you're going on vacation, maybe you're on the beach, maybe you're on the mountains, anywhere in between, you're probably doing a more minimal makeup look. So we're going to have a set with the eye makeup remover and the mascara. We're also going to have a set with the CC cream, the liquid foundation brush, and your customer's choice of lip gloss shade. Think about it. If you're on vacation, if you've got CC cream, lip gloss, and some mascara, that could be your look on vacation, right? So repair set with the half price go set when they purchase the full set. Eye makeup remover and Great Heights, our new mascara, CC cream, liquid foundation brush, and their choice of gloss. And then we are also going to feature, hold on, I got to think about our speakers. Repair set, sunset, the eye set, the CC set. Oh, and then the last two speakers will be talking about our starter kit. Now, we don't have
I'm overwhelmed.
any idea if MaryKay is going to do some kind of deal on the e-start and the starter kit in April. We have no idea, but we are going to be featuring the starter kit as one of the sets because we know some people will join your team. So it doesn't matter whether you think they would be interested or not. Funny story. Some of you have heard this, maybe not. When I was a news anchor, my senior director, Peggy, had a daughter named Katie who interned for me at the TV station. And Peggy said, Katie, I'd love to book Brittany for a facial. And Katie said, Mom, Brittany doesn't use MaryKay. She buys all of her stuff at Nordstrom and she sends the interns to pick it up. I'm embarrassed to say that is actually true. It's also because I hired too many interns and I was trying to keep them scattered out so the news director wouldn't be mad I hired so many people. So I'd be like, go to Nordstrom and pick up my makeup, go out of the newsroom for a while. Well, she never offered me a facial because her daughter said, oh, Brittany wouldn't be interested. Well, then a friend offered me a facial and I ended up joining MaryKay and my friend was in Peggy's unit. So I ended up being in my senior director's unit because by the grace of God, he knew where I needed to be. But I tell you this because you all, listen, you all have women in your life who you're thinking she'd never be interested. She doesn't need extra money. She doesn't use MaryKay. She's very successful at what she does. I was successful at what I did. I did not really need extra money, but I wanted extra money. I'd never tried MaryKay, so of course I wasn't using it. No one had ever shared it with me. You guys, whatever story you're telling yourself about why someone wouldn't be interested, you have no idea.
In almost all cases, you're doing people a favor when you're not begging them or asking them to join MaryKay or any MLM. Because again, the likelihood of them succeeding in any MLM, MaryKay or not, is less than 1%.
You have no idea. Kristen told me today that she and her mom sold their houses in the past and bought houses with one of the top realtors in the city of Atlanta. And they had said to her, you would be so great at this. You'd be so great at this. And she became a customer and she and Kristen work out together all the time. And the woman just wasn't interested until she came on an event like this one. And then she said, Kristen, I want to join your team. How about that?
How about that?
And she just had a $2,600 skincare class. How about that? And the lesson there is people who are successful at one thing can be successful in MaryKay. Because if you're successful, you know how to be successful wherever you're planted. Okay. So I want you to invite lots of people. Here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to just text your entire PCP list. Hey, we're having this event. You should come. I want you to get on the phone with a phone call and talk to people and say, hey, Susie, we have this event coming up and I would be so honored if you'd be one of my guests.
I'm not being ageist. I'm stating a fact. If you want to keep growing your MaryKay business and continue to grow your MaryKay business, it is time to alter the way that you do business because millennials and younger, we don't love talking on the phone. What is that thing? And if there is a way to not talk on the phone and achieve the same result that we could get by talking on the phone, we're gonna take that. So if your end goal is to have somebody join you in MaryKay, do not ring them on the phone if they are millennial or younger. Heed my warning, because I don't answer the phone. We don't answer the phone. If I text somebody and they call me right back, I'm like, what the fuck? I was texting you. There's like 2 people that if they call me after I text them, I'm excited. And beyond that, if I text you, text me back. Don't ring-a-ling me. I won't answer.
I'm not answering that thing again.
I will watch that fucker ring.
Here's what it is. And then you're going to tell them about it. Maybe you have a friend that you know loves freebies, giveaways, prizes, and you say, listen, we're going to be giving away thousands of dollars in prizes, girl. You need to come. That might be it. Maybe she's that girl. You might have a person who will do it to support you. Listen, my director has challenged me to have at least 13 guests on. And that's my challenge, by the way, to all of you. Have 13 personal guests. Is there any reason you couldn't come on and be one of my people to help me meet the goal? Could you just tune in and watch? All you have to do is watch, like a TV show. Some people will say yes to help you with your goal. You get what I'm saying here. Personal conversations.
Yeah, some people will say yes to help you with their goal and they dread having to go. That's not going to be a helpful argument. People are saying yes because they want to be nice, and that is not a good thing. People should be saying yes because they want to purchase or join MaryKay. That is marketing 101, really, I feel like. You don't want them to be there just to be there because they didn't want to say no.
I know some of you, I said this to the directors today, might be thinking, I don't have time to make phone calls to people. Yes, you do, because when I talk to you about our action plan for the next 30 days, you're going to see how this all fits together. I would rather you have a handful of guests you have personally invited who tell you they'll come on and then really will come on than for you just to blast it out like, well, I don't know, Brittany, I put it on my Facebook page and no one came. I texted a bunch of people and no one came. Listen to me, that does not work. That is a billboard mentality. This is a personal invitation. If someone said, hey, Brittany, there's a new movie coming, we should go to the theater and see it, I'd be like, oh, yeah. But if she called me and said, do you want to go with me to the movies this Saturday? We could get ice cream after. That's a personal invitation, you guys. That's the difference, okay? So I'm challenging you to have 13 people on. Now, good news, it's 2.5 weeks away. Guests don't have to register. They don't have to do anything. You might be thinking, well, how will they know like where to go on YouTube? You're going to get the link about 48 hours ahead, and you can text it to them. But I have made it so easy for you if you choose, and some of you do and some don't. If you choose to do it this way, if you tell me who said, sure, I'll come, I'll watch, I'll send all the reminders out to your people for you. Okay? They'll think it comes from you. I don't sign my name to it or anything weird like that. It'll just be the reminder. 24 hours till spring fling. Here's the YouTube link. So they get a reminder a day ahead. They'll get a reminder earlier in the day on Sunday, and then about a half an hour ahead. So 3 reminders they'll get.
How personable. That's beautiful. I really love that for the people who genuinely think that their messages are coming from the people they're talking to.
All you have to do is give me their name and number. Now listen, I don't want your invitation list. I want to know the names and the numbers of the people who said, sure, I'll come. That sounds like fun. Okay, that's who I want you to send me the names and numbers of, okay? All right, the other thing, I told you there were 3 things. You're going to sell product. You're going to build your team. The other thing is booking, because get this. We are using one of our most popular products as a booking incentive. You see this sucker right here? The travel roll-up bag. Every single one of our speakers will be pulling their products out of a travel roll-up bag. Travel, spring break theme, it just works. They need a house for their products. We're going to be showing and featuring and loving on that travel roll-up bag. And here's how they get it. When they book with you, they can have it half price at their appointment. Not before, not that night, but when they book with you that night, they can get it at their appointment. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I'm not going to be able to talk to all those people in that little intermission break. They're going to text you. We'll tell them during the show that if they text you, book me, then that means they're committing to a booking, and we're going on the honor system. So if they text you and say they'll book, then at their appointment, they can have their roll-up half price. You lose no money by offering it to them half price. They're getting it at your cost. But what do people do with an empty roll-up bag? They fill it up. They'll buy product that night to put in it. They'll buy product at their appointment. Now you might be thinking, well, what are the rules? Do they have to have a certain number of people there? And does it have to be a party? And does it have to hold within a certain time? You do you, boo. We're just going to say when you book with your consultant, if you want to put rules on it, fine. Here's the deal. I'm not. And Kristen changed my mind on this. I was like, well, are we going to say it has to be a party and at least 2 guests? And she's like, I'm not doing that. I don't care if they want to get together with me one-on-one. I'll let them have a half price roll-up bag. I'm going to sell product. I'm going to talk to them about the opportunity. The name of the game is getting bookings. How many of you would love to be booked up? How many of you would love to have things on your calendar? How many of you had things on your calendar would hold them, right? I hear this all the time from consultants. I'm willing, I just don't have bookings. I need bookings. I need bookings. I need bookings. Well, wouldn't it be fun for you to do the work to get people to watch? All you have to do is get them to watch, and we'll do the booking. And they're going to be so excited to book because they're going to want to try what's new.
I'm so curious to know how many people come to the Spring Fling events.
Nobody came, nobody showed up, nobody called, nobody.
Is it packed? It can't be, right? Maybe. Maybe they have a lot of people who say yes to be nice. Maybe.
Speaking of what's new, we are not talking about any of the limited edition products. Some of you might be thinking, well, what about the beach towel? They can get the beach towel if they buy the After Sun and the Suns. We're not talking about the beach towel because in case Mary Kay runs out of it by then, we don't want to have talked about it or put it on the screen. So they can get together with you and try the brow kit and the highlighter and all those things if they want to, but we're not doing any of those products on the event, just the ones I told you. Now, the only thing that could change is we don't know what Mary Kay is going to decide on April 1st. Who knows what promos they're going to run for April. So based on what Mary Kay tells us on April 1st that they're going to do, we may have to tweak this a little bit, but this is the plan right now, okay?
This is a red flag alert.
I repeat, red flag alert.
That's a sign it's not your business. You should probably know what's happening on April 1st. Let that be Exhibit W, but Mary Kay not being your business. If you were really a business owner when you joined Mary Kay, you would already know the promos for April 1st. You would actually probably already know the promos for May 1st too.
All right, let me look at my notes. So summarizing, register if you haven't. If you have, make sure I know it. And I know it if you've already registered. If you are not yet registered, get registered. Events.pink/springfling. I'm going to put it in the chat. Events.pink/springfling. If you have people on your team, I am counting on you. Look at my face. I am counting on you to get your team members to register. Why would anyone not register? They have a chance to win prizes. They have a chance to sell product, get bookings, and get team members. It's $14. It's tax deductible as a training expense. And all that money goes toward the prizes. And we're giving away literally, I'm not exaggerating, thousands of dollars in prizes. It's so much fun. Okay. So you're going to get registered. And as you're having these great personal conversations, I know some of you are like, is there a script for that? When you register, you'll get some invitation scripts that I personally wrote. So you'll get them as soon as you register. If you're not registered, you don't need the scripts. Okay. And I want you to really, really be intentional about blocking a little bit of time to reach out and invite people and then send their names and numbers to me. And I'll do all the follow-up and reminding work for you. Okay. All right. Who has questions about Spring Fling? I know that was a lot of information, but it's so important as we roll into what I have to share with you next. Yes, MJ.
There we go. So I know like you offered to do the reminders and all, but if you don't, if we don't have you do the reminders, how do the guests know? How do they know? How does the function know that they're part of it?
Okay, so it doesn't matter how many guests come on. We don't need to know who's coming on. There will be drawings for prizes, and the way that we will get those guest names is when we take the intermission, your guests are going to text you if they want to make a purchase. They're going to text you if they want to book, and they're going to text you if they want to join your team. And based on that, we have a little Google form, and we'll put the link on the screen, full screen for the whole intermission. Consultants will go onto that form and enter their guests' names. The guests get one entry if they're there live watching, and then they get bonus entries if they buy or book or join. So let's say you have someone, she just watches, she doesn't buy anything, she doesn't book, she doesn't join. She can still get entries for prizes just because she watched, and you will report that on the Google form. And it's so easy. It just asks for your name and her name and then how many points she had. And we'll explain the points that night.
Okay, thank you.
Makes sense? Yeah, that's great. So really simple. All the guests need is the link to watch, and then we'll explain everything else. So if they say, well, how do I win? What do I need to do? Just you guys be like a broken record and say they'll explain it all live during the show. They'll explain it all live during the show. There's nothing they have to do. Even let's say Karen has guests on, and Karen's like, oh my gosh, Brittany, I have 13 guests and they're all texting me they want to buy. You don't even have to know the total of what they purchased. If you just
the likelihood of that not happening is so high.
Just say, great, got it. I'll send you your total after the show. Fine. You guys, they don't have to, they don't have to pay you in that 15-minute intermission. Okay. All you need to know, and we're going to tell them this, they just need to let you know, are they buying? Are they booking? Are they joining? buying, booking, or joining. That's how you know how many points, how many entries they get in the drawing. Okay, they get an entry for every point. So then I am on the prize team. We have a random generator, and as all of those names are being entered by you, the consultants, it puts them on a spreadsheet, and then we have a random number generator, and it might say line 58, line 3001, and I just look on the spreadsheet and I go, oh, this person is a winner, and here's her consultant. This person is a winner, and here's her consultant, and that's how we do it. It's really, really easy. Really, we've got it down to a system now. Any other questions about Spring Fling? Okay, I think y'all know, because I already told you that I am honored to be one of the speakers. I told Kristen, you do not have to always have me as a speaker. And she's like, no, Brittany, I need you to be a speaker because you can play any role we need. So I appreciate that. So I am one of the speakers. So I would be honored if you're this personality, if you would do this for me, if you would register and get 13 personal guests on to honor me being invited by Kristen out of everybody in the company to be one of 7 speakers. I mean, she could have picked a lot of people. I'm so honored that she chose me, and I want our unit to show up and show out. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this action plan. And this will be short and sweet, you guys, because it's a simple one. I have noticed, and I'm talking to you like I would a sister director, okay, right now.
What the fuck you just said? A sister director. That's another red flag. If you're joining an MLM and they refer to the consultants as sisters and brothers, you might want to ask why. Just start to ask questions and maybe just take it as a sign that you should run away. Scentsy also does that. Scentsy sisters. MaryKay sisters. Hey, sister. What if there are men and non-binary folks? What about them?
I've noticed that sometimes consultants have a hard time with a long-term goal. Like, let's dial it back to the beginning of our seminar year, July 1st, and our business year, July 1st through June 30th. Some people are very good at having a long-term goal. Renee Riley is a great example. Renee is a triathlete. And Renee is very good at training and training and training and training and training and training and discipline for something off in the distance. Not everybody's good at that. I am much better with short little goals. When I was in news, I was given an assignment in the morning and I had to have a story on the air by 5 o'clock. And then I went home and the day was over and the slate was clean and I came back and did it the next day. So those are 2 very opposite extremes. But I've noticed for a lot of you, life happens. All of you have life happen.
Life just keeps happening.
I have life happen.
Bam! More life.
And sometimes we get a little off track, right? And anyone relate? We get a little off track. Maybe we had a surgery. Maybe we broke an ankle. Maybe we had a death in the family. Maybe we had an illness in the family. Maybe we were sick. You remember last winter when I was sick for like 3 weeks? 3 weeks I was sick with bronchitis.
I got bronchitis.
Ain't nobody got time for this.
It's terrible. I was exhausted. These are the little things that take us off track. And sometimes the consultant mind says, well, now I'm off track. Well, I'll just wait till fill in the blank. Next quarter, next year, when life slows down. Spoiler alert, it never slows down. So what I have come up with this seminar year that you have told me that you love is these little action plans where I give you like, okay, this is all I want you to do for the next 30 days. I just want you to focus on this. This is all I want you to think about. So I'm going to give you a 4-point action plan tonight that I'm calling Spring Fling Action Plan. So jot that down. Spring Fling Action Plan.
Hey lady, you got a pen and paper I could borrow?
Pen and paper, jot it down.
The word plan, each letter stands for something. P, people. I want you in front of people to show them product. Okay? You can't sell product unless you're showing it to people. So I want you to be thinking about who between now and April 15th, this is just a little plan till April 15th. So jot that down also. March 18th to April 15th, I want you to be thinking, who can I get together with and share our product? Maybe it's a facial, maybe it's a makeover, maybe it's a party, maybe it's you run over and sit on somebody's porch and have a glass of iced tea and say, hey, let me show you a couple of new MaryKay things I just got in. Whatever it looks like. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be formal, don't overthink it. Who are the people you can get together with and show them the product? That's the P in our plan. Okay, so P equals people you can show product. Okay, all right, now we're going to go to the L in plan. And the L in our plan stands for leads. If I had a nickel for every time a consultant said, gosh, Brittany, I would get some bookings, but I have no leads. Well, remember in our last 30-day action plan, we talked about creating your own luck. Well, you can create your own leads. When you are with those people who you were talking to about the product, and these could be existing customers who you get together with and show what's new, okay? And if you're thinking, well, I don't have what's new, do you have a lookbook? Do you have an iPad or a laptop? Pull up the digital version.
This is why I love reacting to her because I love her energy and she is a really good leader. She really is. She's a good leader. She's just in a shitty business and I hate the business practices. So we're here to point them out. So many of my comments say the same thing when I react to this individual. I love how she trains her team. She actually comes on with a plan to train her team. I guess we can treat this as a training for all people who are refusing to get out of MLMs and claim to be leaders. This is a good display of what you might want your trainings to look like in the future. You want to have plans for these people to take action, to do something, whether it's get them on this stupid opportunity call or not. At least she has an outline for these individuals. Like, hey, get in front of people to sell the products. Again, at least she's leading with selling the products. I hate that she's doing this, but also at least she has some leadership skills.
If you don't have the product on hand, show them the digital version. Show them on your website. Sell them on the product, even if you don't have it in your hand. You can turn those into leads. Let's say I am Karen and I'm at school and I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to show you some of our newest Mary Kay products. Then she could say, you know what? I'll tell you what I'd really love to do is for you to grab a couple of girlfriends and for us to get together and I will let you shop for everything you want half price. Existing product, brand new product, anything you want half price. If you gather a couple of girlfriends around the kitchen table and I can show them our product. Now, really, that's turning it into a party, but those are leads. When she's gathering a few people, what are those? Names and numbers. And so you say, listen, I'm going to do all the work and you're going to get all the credit. Write that down. I do all the work, you get all the credit. This is one of my little Britney mantras. I do all the work, you get all the credit. I do all the work, you get all the credit. The reason people don't have parties is they think it's going to be work. But if you say, no, girl, it's so easy. I do all the work and you get all the credit. What do you mean all the credit? They get to shop half price for whatever they want. They get all the product credit. You're going to do the work of simply reaching out and saying, hey, Susie, my name's Brittany Mitchell, and we haven't met yet, but your friend Karen is like, let's pretend Karen's my customer. Your friend Karen is one of my Mary Kay clients, and I'm getting together with her to show her Mary Kay's latest and greatest products. And she said, you always love the latest in beauty and that you might want to come see too. Sound like fun?
She's mentioned this in previous trainings that I reacted to in the past with the advice of having these people's friends and family give you their friends and family's phone numbers or emails or whatnot. I would be pissed if a Mary Kay consultant that knew a cousin or my mom or a friend out of nowhere called or texted me.
Oh, you're blocked.
Like, what? I just don't feel like that is the best practice. It's kind of annoying to people when they get, for lack of a better word, spammy calls and messages like this.
You guys, we make this too hard. Hey, I'm getting together with Karen to show her our latest and greatest, and she said you love beauty, and so maybe you'd love to come. Is there any reason you can't make it? And here's why this is important. If Karen is my customer and friend, and I let Karen invite, this is what it sometimes sounds like. Hey, if I had a Mary Kay party, would you want to come? I mean, you don't have to, but do you want to? I mean, you don't have to, though. That's how they do it. That's not good. That doesn't work. If you have the names and numbers, then you can call and invite them. And some of them will be like, yeah, all right, when are you doing it? Oh, we're going to be at Karen's house on Saturday at 10. Okay, yeah, I could probably pop over. Awesome. But if they say, oh, shoot, my son Johnny has soccer at that time. If you have the name and number, now it's a lead, an L for a lead. And now you can book her whenever you want to for her own time slot. Gosh, well, I hope his game goes great. I don't want you to miss out on seeing this stuff. I'd be happy to run by your house at a time that works for you and show you our products. I'll even treat you to a free booster facial. And you know that's just a miracle set facial, y'all. Okay. Or a repair set facial, whatever. It boosts their hydration level, it boosts their cell turnover, and it boosts the radiance of their skin. Brittany calls it a booster facial, okay?
The secret is out and wow.
I guess now we know the trade secret. Whoopsie. This was a public video.
So L is for leads. We are going to be highly intentional from now through April 15th about getting you some fresh leads, people to book. Let's say, ring, ring, my customer Amy is calling because she's out of her eye cream. Hey, Brittany, I need some new eye cream. Can you pop it in my mailbox? Sure, I can do that. Hey, listen, how'd you like to get $10 off? Yes, please. What do I have to do? Listen, I'm working on a goal right now. If you would be willing to just text me the name of 10 girlfriends.
Wait, how many?
Who I could reach out to offer a free facial and makeover, I'll give you $10 off. In fact, if you want to give me more than 10 names, I'll give you $1 off for every name and number you text me. Just go right into the contacts in your phone and shoot them over.
10 people? Show of hands. Who has 10 friends that they would be comfortable giving their friend's name and number to a director? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller. This is where it gets hard because she does give her team useful information, but then she goes back to like the 90s and 80s way of selling things and recruiting people.
And you know what they're thinking? Well, I don't know if my friends are interested. Maybe I should ask them first. This is what you're going to say. You know what, Amy, everybody tells me that. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Of course, you don't know if they'd be interested. That's what I'm for. I'll call and ask them. And if they're interested, great. And if not, oh well. But you know what? I'm still going to give you the discount for every name and number, whether they book with me or not. Whether they're interested or not, you give me the names and numbers and I'll give you $1 off your eye cream reorder for every name and number. See how easy this is, you guys? How many of you have reorders ever? Anybody ever, Karen? Have you ever had a reorder? Come on, yes, you have. Your friend in Delaware has reordered. Don't lie to me. She's bought stuff more than once, Karen Grover. Yes, she has.
This is a bad sign, everybody.
And so, you guys, this is what I'm talking about, is when you reach out to people. All right, Karen, let's reverse it. Let's say you need some reorders. You call your friend in Delaware. Ring, ring. Hey, girl, it's Karen. I'm looking at my customer records, and it's been about 5 months since you last bought your Miracle Sun. I know you got to be running low. How'd you like to get it at a big discount? Yeah. What do you mean get it at a big discount? I'm all about that. Well, I'm doing a little promotion right now where when you share some names and numbers with me of people I can reach out to book their own Mary Kay appointment, I'll give you $1 off for every name and number. Who are you thinking of? Oh gosh, I don't know, Karen. I have to think about it. Are you on your phone right now? Well, you know I'm on my phone. I'm talking to you. Okay, put me on speaker and go into your contacts and let's pick some names together. See what I just did there? Don't be like, okay, well, she said she'd send me some.
Oh, yuck. That's such a high pressure situation. I would be like, oh, this is spotty.
No, she's on the phone with you right now. Where's everybody's contact information? It's in their phone. Okay. All right. So let's go to the A in plan. And the A stands for advance. I want all of you to focus in the next 30 days on moving up the career path one position, just one. I want you to advance on the career path one position. Karen's a great example. Karen has a new team member this month. And as soon as her team member places an order, Karen's going to move up to senior consultant for the first time ever. That's so exciting, Karen! Yay! Okay, so whether you have team members or you don't, I want you to focus on, if you don't have one, let's get you one. How are we going to do it? The Spring Fling event, all right? Okay, and then the N, you're going to love this. The N in our 30-day action plan stands for now. Now. Okay, this is just mind-blowing but simple. How many of you have ever done this? Oh man, I need to make some reorder calls, but I don't have time right now. Oh man, I really need to make some booking calls, but I don't have time right now. Okay, we're going to flip this around and I want you to be asking yourself, what could I do right now? What could I do right now?
Right here, right now, right here, right now.
Oh, I only have 5 minutes. Okay, what could you do right now? I could call one person and invite her to Spring Fling. Okay, that's probably true. Oh, I'm getting in my car. I'm driving to work. What could I do right now? Could you call a customer? You don't even need her customer records in front of you. You could just be like, who's ever bought something from me ever? And you could be driving to work and be like, hey, Susie, it's Brittany. Listen, I'm driving to work and I was just putting on my lipstick and I was thinking about you because it's been a while since you've ordered your Mary Kay product. I bet you're running low on your lipstick or a couple of other things. What can I do to keep you looking gorgeous? Oh, well, Brittany, I'm driving to work right now too. You just caught me in the car. I don't really know. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. What time do you get home tonight? Let me give you a quick call and you can go right in the bathroom with me on speaker on the phone and check your makeup bag. Sound good?
No, that sounds aggressive. Leave me alone. No. First of all, I wouldn't be answering the phone. Second of all, if you asked me to go look through my makeup bag, I'm going to be like, no, I am busy. I am a busy woman, okay?
You guys, you can always do something right now. I used to be like, I've got to clear my desk and let me get a cup of coffee and let me have my date book and my lead sheets and everything had to be perfect. Overthinking, big O, overthinking. So I want you to ask yourself throughout the month, just random times. This is even a fun thing. Set an alarm on your phone. What time do you take your lunch break? Set an alarm on your phone to go off and let that remind you, what can I do right now? I had a consultant once that was like, Brittany, the minute I get home, my kids are on both my legs. I can barely walk. They want all of my time and attention. I said, what time do you get off work? She's like 5 o'clock. I said, could you take 15 minutes, just 15 minutes and sit in your car and make some customer calls or some booking calls. And instead of leaving the parking lot at 5:01, leave the parking lot at 5:16 to drive home. That way, when you get home, you're going to have had a win. You're going to have done something for your business and you can give your family all your time. She's like, oh my God, I love that. And true story, she was so disciplined about it. Monday through Thursday, only 4 days a week, she would spend 15 minutes. You know what? That adds up to an hour a week. But sometimes we wait until we have an hour and we don't ever have a whole hour. So the N is for now. What could I do right now? If I'm Margaret and I'm walking my dogs, could I put my earbuds in and make a phone call while I'm walking the dogs? Yeah, you could. If I'm MJ and I'm taking a lunch break at work, could I give a lookbook to my coworker who's also eating her salad or her leftovers? Yes, I could. What could I do right now? If I'm going to get a haircut and I'm Laura and I'm at the hair salon, what can I do right now? I could tell the person cutting my hair about Mary Kay. I could talk to one of the people waiting to get her haircut. I could give them a sample. I could give them a lookbook. If I'm Karen and I'm going to the teacher's lounge, I'm talking to some teachers, what could I do right now? I could say, hey, we've got this super fun event coming up and we're giving away thousands of dollars in prizes and product. And you don't want to miss this. Like, it's just a TV show. All you have to do is tune in and watch. You want to join me? It's Sunday, April 6th. I'll just text you all about it. You guys, you can always do something right now, but we wait for the perfect time. We wait for a pocket of time, and sometimes that time doesn't come. It just doesn't. So you've got to work in the nooks and crannies. Remember those old Thomas's English Muffins commercials where they're like, the nooks and crannies? That's what our life is. Our life is made up of nooks and crannies.
Here we go with this bullshit again.
Work it in the nooks and crannies of your day. Like, we haven't heard that before. That is such a common thing that we hear in all MLMs. You could work it in the nooks and crannies of your day. That is never true if you want to make any kind of profit off of your MLM. That is hardly ever going to happen unless you're Kale Lowry. Shout out, I fucking love you, but I also hate that you're still a director with Scentsy.
Why do you do this to me?
None of us just has a whole day to sit around and do Mary Kay all day, ever. That's not how it works. So let's review. People to show product. If you want people on product, you got to get product on people. I forget who told me that once, but I love it. I'll say it again. If you want to get people on our product, you got to get our product on some people, okay? It can be the back of the hand. It could be just showing them a lookbook, whatever. The L is for leads. How could you generate some leads? Now, maybe you've got a vendor event. Maybe you've got a lead generating event. But if you've got any friends, you can get some leads. Karen, I know you work with teachers. Every one of them is a lead. Margaret, you're walking your dog. You're taking the dogs to the vet, whatever. The people behind the vet counter, those are leads. You could call them up and say, you guys are so nice always to take care of me and my pups. I'd love to do something nice for you. Okay, I'm not going to go through all your names, but you all have examples of this. Karina, I'm calling you out because you work in a hospital too, and I know there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of women there. Okay, A, advance. Focus on, sometimes consultants do this. I really want to be in my red jacket. I really want to be a DIQ. I really want to be, what's the next step on the career path for you? Well, I used to be a red jacket. I don't care about that. What is the next step for you right now? Maybe you're a consultant and it's moving to senior. Maybe you're a senior and it's moving to red. Advance one position on the career path in the next month by April 15th. And then N. Constantly be saying to yourself, what could I be doing right now? Listen, when I'm in my car driving around, I could listen to NPR. I do that a lot. I could listen to K-Love. I do that a lot. I could make a phone call. Who am I calling? Am I calling my brother to tell him a funny joke? A lot of times I am. But I could be calling a customer. I could be calling a prospect. So what could I be doing right now?
Since she brought up the red jacket, it reminded me of the Mary Kay missing jacket. Can we just acknowledge the drastic, vast difference between professionalism and I'm gonna blame the Marriott for losing my jacket when I left it in a bathroom? Do we see the difference here? I forgot they're even with the same company because there was such a vast difference in their behaviors.
All right, so the goal, that's the plan. The goal is really good. You're gonna love this. I want every single one of you to be on target, write it down, for star, on target for star by February 15th. And what does that look like? That means 600 wholesale or more between March 16th and April 15th. Now, I want to tell you why this is important. I'm not just talking about I want you to order. Listen to me. I did not say just place an order for 600 wholesale. I want you to sell enough product that you order 600 wholesale. That means you'll profit 600 and order 600. So that's 1,200 in sales between now and April 15th. And guess what? If you get 13 guests on our spring fling event, you might sell all 1,200 of that night by tuning in from your couch to YouTube and watching us put on this event for you. Now, I hope that you'll do it other ways as well. But any one of you, listen to me, hear my heart. Any and all of you can sell $1,200 between now and April 15th. You really, really can. That is $600 profit. Where could you go on spring break with $600?
Pretty much nowhere.
Where could that serve you in your life? Could you give it to your church? Could you give it to a charity? Could you spend it on your dogs, on your kids, on your family, on a big Easter celebration? Could you put it away for retirement? Could you put it toward debt? What could you do? Make a couple extra car payments on that car you love so much. What could you do with $600 between now and April 15th? If you work the plan, you can sell 1,200, profit 600, order 600. And then here's the great thing. When we hit April 15th, you're going to be like, doggone it, I'm going to be a star this quarter, because you'll already be a third of the way there. And then we'll focus on the next 30 days once we get there. But we're not going to even think about anything after April 15th. All we're doing is this, okay? We're just staying on track. This is how diets work. This is how exercise works. If someone had said to me, Brittany, you're going to have a rotator cuff injury, and a year and a half later, you're still going to be in PT, I would have been like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But that's not what happened. My trainer said, let's start out with 2 days a week and let's just see how it goes. Now it's been 4 months. I've been training with him twice a week for 4 months. But if he had said it's going to be at least 4 months and maybe a year of twice a week, I would have been like, I can't. I don't think I can. You can eat an elephant one bite at a time. I say it all the time because Mary Kay said it. So we're only going to focus on now till April 15th. And it's okay with me if you make more than 600, okay, in that time. Let's be clear. But I want all of you to at least earn $600 in the next 4 weeks with this action plan that we're calling Spring Fling. Because honestly, I don't say this often, but I'll end with it tonight. This is one of those all your eggs in the basket kind of things. I promise you, because it happens every stinking time. There will be consultants who don't register, and then there will be consultants who register at the last minute and don't invite any guests, and they come on and watch, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. And then trust me, the Tuesday after the event, we'll all be here in the huddle, and everyone's going to be talking about how many bookings they got, and how much product they sold, and the team members they signed. And you don't want to be the girl going, oh man, I really wish, fill in the blank. I really wish I'd registered. I really wish I'd invited. I really wish I'd been intentional about it. You guys, big things are lost for lack of just a little bit of discipline and intention. This business is not hard. It is very simple. That doesn't mean it's easy. It does take work. It does take intention. But if I can go to PT, now listen, y'all know I don't like to get up early in the morning. You know I don't. I have to get up at 6 o'clock. I know some of you, like MJ's like, be quiet. I get up way before that. I'm not used to that. I did for many years in TV, and then I didn't have to anymore, so I stopped. I have to get up at 6 and wash my face and put on my leggings and drive 15 minutes and get in there and work. It is work, this physical therapy. I'm working my buns off, and I haven't even had much coffee at that point in the day, you guys, but I'm doing it. And it's paying off. And I know, poor baby. Thanks, Margaret. I know, poor baby. But you know what? It's paying off, and then it makes me want to do it more. And even though it's still hard to get up, I get kind of excited now, like, ha ha, look at me. I was like lifting 30 some pounds the other day with something he had me do. I don't even know what it's called, but I was doing it. And my triceps, you wait. Okay, I'm working on it. And I know what I look like now, but I'm gonna look even better at seminar. I might even wear a sleeveless gown.
Yes, queen. Baby, do it. Regardless, you're beautiful.
I might. I'm not promising, but I'm telling you, okay? So I hope I made you laugh. You guys, I love you so much. You have no idea how proud I am to represent this unit, and we are going to kill it, and we are going to finish the seminar year strong. I'm going to stop the recording and take the questions from those of you here live. And oh my goodness, you guys, just thank you for making this action plan your mission and your intention for 30 days. Laura.
I just wanted to say that Marty sent me a text, and she said, I can't get to the meeting. But she said to tell Brittany that the birthday discount scored her a Raleigh Firm set sale today.
Oh my God, that's so great. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to the huddle playback where we taught on the birthday discount. Laura, thank you. Thank you for that. That's so great. Wins. I love it. Everywhere you look, women are winning in Mary Kay. They really are. Everywhere you look, be one of them. Be one of them. All right, you guys, we'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.
All right, well, I fucking love her. I really do. She's like a breath of fresh air in one of the most toxic business models ever. I still don't agree with what she's doing. However, I really like her. And I know a lot of you do too. It really is just like a feel-good reaction. And if she ever watches, you're amazing. But I don't like Mary Kay and the business practices of Mary Kay. That's all. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit. And I will see you in the next one.
Someplace I could hide away. I feel like blessing my ride today. I feel like blessing my ride today.